it was a dance scene. We were supposed to be dancing. So since it's filmed in the what 1980s, 60s, 70s, whatever, we supposed to be doing dance moves that that's from that time. Not me. I'm sitting there doing the Dougie. Like all I heard was cut, cut, cut. They walk up, some of the PAs, hey guys, you can't do those moves. This is based in whatever they said, 70s, 90s, 60s, whatever. I'm like, okay. The camera come on. I'm still teaching them how to Dougie. Now I'm in the back, so I didn't think they could see me. But the camera was still picking me up doing the Dougie, which I thought was hilarious because it made sense. My time filming on Girls Trip years later, when August Alsina let out his experience with the Smith family, it all made sense, and certain things clicked that wasn't clicking at the time when I was on set. But anyways, we're gonna talk about it. Also, what I learned as far as being on set, and then fast forwarding to when bro came out with what was going on. First of all, the whole movie Girls Trip, I'm gonna just come straight with it, straight off the hip. If you spiritual and you picking and choosing what is right and wrong, you're not really spiritual. If because it's a movie that you like or you think it's cool or fun, especially for negative reasons, you're not spiritual. The movie Girls Trip, I did it. I was on set with them for days on end. I forgot it was a while back. I did it. And I'm gonna tell you about it. First off, the movie was filmed in the South, in New Orleans. I walk on set and I see everybody. I see certain people, all these celebrities. Now, I've said this before, if anybody watched my videos before, I meditate, I lucid dream, I astral project. The things of this world doesn't faze me like famous people. Like it might faze the next person who might not be as spiritual. Now I'm not saying I'm God, Jesus, a ascended master. I'm not saying any of that. But that stuff don't faze me. I met a lot of so-called famous people. It's not all it's cracked up to be. So when I came across Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, even Mike Epps was on set for whatever reason, smiling like he normally is when he doing stand-up, cracking jokes or whatever. Who else was on set? The whole cast. Regina Hall. August Alsina was there, but he wasn't filming, and I couldn't understand why for anything in the universe until years later. But y'all know what happened. But yeah, the whole time I was on set, I'm running into people that knew I did music. They're like, "Oh man, what you doing here, man? What's up? What's that, brother? I thought you'd be famous by now." I'm like, first off, I don't care about that, and that's not my goal. They proceeded to say, well, there go August Alsina. You could go talk to him and you could network into it. And I'm like, I don't think so. For some reason, I couldn't push myself. I didn't feel the pull to do so. And now I see why. So those days on set was real interesting. Had a lot of synchronicities, spiritual things going on that I noticed. A lot of people pick up on certain things and a lot of people don't. But being on set, a Hollywood set, and being spiritual, you notice a lot. If your third eye is open, you're gonna notice things. So first off, let's just start with the funny stuff. They must have filmed probably excuse me, probably like 6 scenes I was in. One of the funniest scenes they filmed though was the scene where they were showing the cast, the characters, they were showing them when they were younger. So they were showing this cast when they were younger, and it had to be like the 1970s, 80s, when like colorful clothes, shows like Living in Color kind of showed. They were showing all that. It was a dance scene. We were supposed to be dancing. So since it's filmed in the 1980s, 60s, 70s, whatever, we supposed to be doing dance moves that's from that time. Not me. I'm sitting there doing the Dougie. Like, all I heard was, cut, cut, cut. They walked up, some of the PAs, hey guys, you can't do those moves. This is based in whatever they said, 70s, 90s, 60s, whatever. This was based in the 80s, guys. You gotta do moves from those times. If you don't have any idea of what those dance moves from from that time was, then just two-step or something, or do something like that. That's what they were telling us to do, right? So I'm like, okay, the camera come on. I'm still teaching them how to Dougie. Now I'm in the back, so I didn't think they could see me, but the camera was still picking me up doing the Dougie, which I thought was hilarious because they didn't kick me off. They didn't do any of that. So besides the Dougie, what other moves was I doing? I was doing that. I was probably doing like some random Michael Jackson moves. It was hilarious because they had to stop buku different times, but not because of me. They was gonna stop anyway. Like they was gonna cut and reshoot the same scene 22,000 times anyway. I just was making it fun and funny. At least I thought it was. So the whole time, I think the film must have been 7, 8 days, maybe 9 days. It was a long time ago. I don't remember, to be honest. But I know I was there for a good bit of time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That same movie. Different scenes. So, as I'm on set, I realize I keep seeing certain celebrities that's supposed to be really old. They look fairly young. Now, they're in Hollywood. They probably have a lot of plastic surgery, a lot of other things we might not have yet, or we don't really use yet, because when you have expendable money like that, you could test things, get doctors and certain things as far as medical and cosmetic things go, that a lot of people that's not in that same position could get. But I don't think that's the case. It could be, but who knows. On a spiritual level, where I'm going with this is, when you're in an environment like that, you see the good, the bad, and ugly. Now, I've known this for a while. So, I'm on set, and I'm doing a scene. And you know how You could tell when somebody just staring at you, like staring into your soul. Like, I feel somebody staring at me. I turn around, and guess who it is? This actress that, if you melanated, and your parents probably watched all those melanated movies, whether it's a Tyler Perry movie or just a all black cast, a melanated cast for the most part, or the as far as the main actors go, melanated. Of course, they got other races, but you know the main actors melanated. Turn around, I see what's her name, Regina Hall, just looking at me. I'm like, man, what the hell? So me, being raised right, I speak. Hey, how you doing? Spoke back. That was it. Didn't make small talk because they kept cutting and uncutting or whatever that's called. They kept filming and then cut. So I'm not really making conversation for whatever reason. The whole time though, I see Jada Pinkett and Queen Latifah. What's that? Melanated. Tiffany Haddish. I see all of them. What I want to say about this whole thing, on the spiritual level, Hollywood, they put out images. I'm going to be honest. Before this movie, I ain't heard nothing about no girls trip. I didn't hear that term. I didn't hear girls trip. Now you hear on social media, you hear everybody trying to take a damn girls trip. And the movie, first of all, it was not showing or putting out vibrations that's healthy for men or women. It's the movie, if you haven't seen it, a bunch of women, friends, maybe some or family, whatever, go on a trip together, all girls. The whole movie is showing you, in my opinion, why you don't do this. The dudes that they with, calling them, wondering what's going on, they being in the world and of the world, going out here, influencing each other. They not okay. It'll be different if they influence each other to go out there and play chess with each other. It'll be different if they went out there and they influenced each other to make things right with their man. They all, and or even it'll be even different if it was essentially initially a girls trip, and then their husbands and their men flew out to meet them, and everybody had a man with them. If y'all all have men, why are you going out alone as women together? What are you guys doing way in another country where your man, you don't know what's going on? The movie was normalizing this. And this is what I meant earlier when I said if you're spiritual, you're going to be spiritual and know right from wrong, and you're not going to pick and choose what's right and wrong just because of your certain biases. That shit was completely wrong, and it's putting out the wrong images for young women. A girls trip? What if I go out with all my guys to Cancun, Thailand, Japan, Ethiopia, Switzerland, Malaysia, Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, Cozumel? What if I go with my bros and just leave my girl I'm sitting there. Whoo! I'm just like, nah, the movie, Hollywood is putting these images out there. And for the sake of the video being too long, I'm not going to go too deep. But the movie, the premise, foundation, basis, is showing a bunch of women. Most of them have a significant other. They all band together and they go somewhere else and they talking to other dudes while they have a dude not answering the dude phone call. For the movie is promoting bullshit. It's influencing women and young women to do that shit. I didn't want to see that shit. I kind of fast forwarded through it. I kind of watched it just to actually see if I could see myself. I didn't. I didn't catch myself. But while I'm watching, I'm thinking, as if the name wasn't telling me what it was about. I watched it. Absolute horse Shit. Garbage. Yeah, I said it. And the icing on the cake was the fact that your boy was there. My dog. I don't know him personally, but August Alsina. How ironic is it that they're filming a movie about girls trip, about infidelity, cheating, going out having a woo good old time with your girls, and y'all they promote that shit, making it look cool. This shit crazy, making it look cool and funny. This is why the divorce rate is so high and relationships don't work, because of one, Hollywood is promoting bad behavior that's already going on, but they're amplifying it through picture and film and making it seem like it's good to do that shit. No, it's not. The divorce rate so high, and you're going to put out a movie like this. They don't want healthy, functioning families. They don't want... Because families, relationships start families. Families start communities. Communities start nations. If you're starting a nation, odds are you might not need the government. What use are you to them if y'all don't need them? So they make movies like this so you will need them. Because it's promoting single mother homes. Because obviously, if a guy married to a girl, or he has a girlfriend who's going on girls trips, getting it in with other dudes and doing stuff like that, obviously that's not gonna last. And they're putting these movies out blatantly in your face doing all of this. And if you was really conscious and spiritual, you would see why it's not working. Now, on set the whole time, at the time, I see everything. I know wholeheartedly what's going on, but I mean, I'm just on set to trade time for money. And what I'm going to do, get on the podium and say, hey guys, get off the set. Let's not do it. Don't do it. Nah. So, I know what's going on. I'm there to do what I was doing at the time. But also, I'm sitting back and I'm like, I'm just seeing everything for what it is. And it was fun at certain times on set. I saw people had a lot of cool scenes they were shooting. At one point it was really, really cold. And it was a dance scene that I didn't dance in. That it could have been pretty big because it was a solo dance scene. But because of the nonsense I was seeing, like I'm seeing them shoot the scenes. I'm seeing them shoot like the crazy scenes. And I didn't want to be a part of it. Plus it was cold as hell. Like, so between me not wanting to be a part of it and it being cold as hell, I'm like, forget it. So it was an interesting time. But that's one of a few movies where you on set and you'll pineal gland just like, man, this some bullshit, bro. This some nonsense. It's some nonsense. And if anybody out there sees this video and y'all agree with me, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be butthurt, mad, or feel some sort of way about what I'm saying. Because if you got a head on your shoulders and it's screwed on straight, you can clearly see why this is not beneficial to society. Movies like this. Now, at the time, I'm a little younger. I'm having fun. Woo, I want to say, so-called famous people, which I didn't care about then or don't now. It was just better than working a typical 9 to 5. Like, if you're going to work, you might as well do something that's halfway fun or something you want to possibly really do. At the time, I was thinking, they give me some lines randomly and whoop-de-wop, wop-de-whoop, boom, who knows, which that does happen. But other than that, I wasn't just there for that. I was there for a reason. The reason was to see what I saw. And when your boy came out with this entanglement that Jada Pinkett called it, I was like, damn, it all just clicked. It made sense. It just all came full circle. I'm like, that's why this ninja was there chilling, just chilling in the background, like every time. Like I saw a whole lot, and some of it I won't say in this video unless maybe somebody might want to know more in the comments. But never mind that. On a spiritual level, for seeing things for what it is, they try and paint the movie as, oh, it's just fun. Girls just want to have fun. Nah, that's some straight bullshit. And the more people keep allowing this bullshit, the more it's going to keep happening. Families, relationships start families. Families start communities. Communities start nations. The reason why there is a calculated effort to break up the family is because if it's more of us on the right type of time with the whole family thing, their effort to destroy the family is not going to work. So they need to break the home up. This is, if you look at it, if you look at the bigger picture, this is why they do that. So aside from me just being there and having a story like, oh, I was on set, man, it was cool, I met this famous person and whoop-de-bop, I don't care about that at all. I care about the spiritual side and what I saw, the meaning and the reason for why I was there. The reason for why I was there, to be honest, was to witness this nonsense and realize just even more so wholeheartedly how it's wrong. It's terrible. So that's one experience. I had a lot of other good experiences on set, but if you just a regular person and you don't study anything spiritual, numerology, astrology, gematria, if you don't read any books, how to win friends and influence people, if you're not even that, you don't even have to do all that. If you're just not a free thinker, if you can't think for yourself, if you just believe everything they give you on the news, on internet, on Instagram, tabloids, X, Twitter, whatever. If you one of those type of people, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna be like, oh my God, he's bashing. It's not about bashing. I just said they want to break up families. I didn't point to one gender at all. What I said was, this is bad for both sides. Because them telling women or men to go do this, whoever they're telling to do this, whether it's a film and they promoting this or not, you tell me how it's beneficial to family and nation building. As a nation, it's a threat. So if they could break up as many homes as possible, the people are less likely to overthrow them. So, yeah, that movie and movies like that, I ain't messing with it. Nah, they could throw that shit in the ocean, for real. But yeah, it was some funny times on set, like me hitting the Dougie and doing all that crazy stuff. But other than that, nah. On a funny level, I could kind of see how some of it's funny. You could look at that. You could compartmentalize. Oh, this was funny. That was funny. But in totality, looking at the bigger picture, in the grand scheme of things, horse shit. Because it's not beneficial to families or nation building. So, yeah, if you want more information about working on movies, doing background work, I got a lot of stories. I did a lot of that. Yeah, I'll tell you more if you want to know more. I got the funny stories and I have the interesting stories. I also have a combination of both, but this was more of a interesting thing because of what I just said. It was interesting for those reasons. Like, comment, subscribe.